Welcome back to the bench, and I kind of got tricked into helping somebody make these Peds. So I've no idea what I've let myself in for. Looks quite a big pedal. Kind of wrapped like a Christmas present. And I'm going to have to tidy up some of these holes. So what do we have? We've got a couple of packets of components. Peds. Okay, how many PCBs have we got? So there's 3 PCBs. Oh, these two different distortions or something, and I guess it's combining 2 pedals into one box. How many jack sockets are there? 1, 2, yeah. Okay, there's some resistor components and diodes. And they're not part of these packs, so I guess the Zaydaya is this one, and this one is called Gobbles. Okay, so let's try the Zaydaya first. I'm going to look online, see if I can get a parts sheet, see what's going on. Hold on. Okay, Zaydaya, not Zaydaya. So I printed out the parts list. Let's see how well they've done on the packing. So I'm going to use multimeter on ohms just to check these resistors. And we've got 1K. The 10K. So this must be the last 10K. .47 microfarad cap. .53 nanofarad, that would be the 3.3. This should be the 100 picofarad. Yep. So far so good. So there should be 3 diodes of the same. That'll be those. Q1, Q2, 2N270. And That'll be the 4001 and the 4558. And then there's some pots here as well. So let's just get these on the board first. Okay, so I've just soldered one leg of each potentiometer here, just so that when we put it into the case it gives us a bit of wiggle room. Once these are secured, then we can solder the final pins. Okay, so that went well. Oh, there we go. There's a 10k. So R9, not applicable. So we've got a rogue 4.7k. That might be to drive the LED or something, so no diode in this list. Interesting. Okay, let's get them on the board. Okay, there's the Gobbles. I think that's going to be the easy bit. The hard bit's going to be fitting it in this case, I think. And we've got 2 components left over here. Okay, I'll just have a clean up and get the case out. Okay, that's quite funny. I'd soldered the pots the wrong way around. They should look like that. And the same with the other board. I only really noticed it because the holes are drilled really close together, and now they should fit in. So I do need to clear these holes if I can. So I'm just going to use this file, I think. Okay, cool. That's all the sockets cleaned up. So now we can there's no locators for these potentiometers, so we're going to have to nip these locators off. So I can see now why they put the plastic things on these pots, so that it doesn't short out on the board. And while we're here, we'll put in the power. Be careful not to cross-thread this thing. And we'll put the sockets on as well. Okay, so that's the main two boards in, and the sockets and power. So next is the Switchy McSwitchy switch. Now I've got to figure out actually it doesn't feel like there's like a particularly on and off state of these switches. They jump back to the same position. But actually, I don't think it matters. Because it doesn't feel like you switch it on and it stays down. It always comes back to the same position. So, orientation shouldn't matter. Okay, let's get them in. So these resistors here on this board should be 4.7 kilo ohms. Just going to double check that these three are. Oh, it's 2.1. K7. K7, two 4K7s, and a 2.1K. So I'm quite surprised because this is a double colour LED, and there's only 3 LEDs. Okay, so check the documentation again, and we're going to have to drop this in with the LEDs and drop them through the hole, and then don't know which orientation this needs to go. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so looking at the documentation, it's not that much of a mystery. There is a flat side on this bicolour LED, and it's really hard to see the flat side on here. This silkscreen isn't that clear, so the flat side is denoted by a square here, and it does look like it goes a bit flat, so I'm pretty confident the flat side is on there. So if I take out these now, I'm not sure where this washer goes. I think it would look nicer if it was on the top. So double check, flat side is on there. And we have, so the longer one is the anode and the shorter one is the cathode, which is the flat side. Great. Okay. I still think that's all the easy bits. Now we have to wire the whole thing up. But before I carry on, I do actually need to solder the rest of these pots, because remember we only soldered one pin, but now it's all in place. We're safe to solder the rest. Okay, so actually it looks quite straightforward. We have the input comes to this part here, the power comes here, and then the output is connected here, and each of the board is just a wire-to-wire connection. awesome. Well, if I got that right, then that wasn't actually too bad at all. So let's plug it in and see what happens.